Yeah, I'm on my way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophy. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, I'm on my way, get it like Toby. You on my way, don't get cozy. Give me my trophies. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe. Yeah, killing my verses, living my purpose. Yeah, healing my burdens, giving my service. Yeah, I had to pray, I had to kill off the old me. Yeah, had to focus a lot, I'ma shoot my shot, Kobe.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on GorillaCross.com. Streaming live on the Gorilla Cross app. Make sure you download that app for free. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a lot of sports to talk about today, folks. So we're going to jump right into it. Got my man just in time, Josh Williams, in the building. What's good, man?
Lots of sports to talk about today. Like you said, lots going on. It's that time of year where, baseball is just restarting, and hockey and basketball are starting to, round into shape, about to be playoff time. Exciting times.
Yes, sir. A lot going on in the NBA. College basketball championship is tonight, man. We're going to let you know who's going to win. And it's a guaranteed bet. You guys have to take this bet. And don't come back at us if we get it wrong. But listen, man, we are here for the next hour and a half. You can call in, let us know your thoughts, 702-608-3259. Or just hit us up in the chat. Please share the live video stream with your people. If you're watching live right now, please share the live video stream with your people. I'm gonna go in here and bug people and invite them and let people know to tune in. I'll invite Cream.
Like the video on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere. Like it.
Are you live on Instagram right now?
No. I don't got that kind of battery juice today.
Hey, works.
But I did post it on the story. So
cool. So share it. Let everybody know we are live right now, and please chime in with us right here live on the show, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody for tuning in all the time. So make sure you guys check us out. We are here every Monday and Thursday at 2 p.m. or 1 or 3 or 2:30 or 4 or 8 or 6. Pretty much whenever we show up, we'll be live. But I have more time on my hands, so we will be hopefully more consistent. We'll talk about that later in the weeks.
Yeah.
But it will be, good to be able to produce more and get these shows going the way we need to and want to, and get sponsors and all that stuff.
Get into a flow. I think a lot of it too is kind of getting out of rhythm. So once we get back in rhythm, I think things will start to flow a little bit more. Like you said, now it's about to be playoff time. We might need some extra episodes.
Hey,
I'll work on him. You keep just following the page and staying with the journey.
Yeah, so we're looking for interns. I actually put out something for, the hip hop side of the website, and we got a lot of people wanting to help post up on the website. So we're going to get that website back active again. It's been almost a year since we updated it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Because I mean, we were writing articles up until COVID, and then it was like, well, ain't no really.
So we have a lot of people trying to get on some of the Christian positive hip hop stories and news and videos and music. So we'll have people doing that. And then if you're interested in writing blogs or posting news for sports, hit me up, man. Just DM me at Quan59 on all social media. Spell out 59. My name is on the screen, so you can't miss it. But yeah, hit either me or Josh up if you're interested in writing for the website, or just, even simple stuff like posting articles of new sports news daily and all that. We want this website to be a daily updated, thing happening all day when new things happen, and exclusive things that we'll be doing on the website. So if you guys are interested, please DM one of us and let us know. And Josh will be back on, maybe writing some articles himself.
Yeah. We need our own.
You enjoy doing that, I could tell.
I do. We need our own version of Woj. We need a Woj. We need some Woj bombs from our fans. We need, Adam Schefter out here. Even Mortensen.
See, we don't have that kind of money, but if you're more like a, I don't know, a Golick Jr.
Hey, he's getting a bag right now.
Paid too.
He's getting anybody on ESPN.
Anybody on ESPN is getting paid. So we need somebody that's on your favorite underground blog website.
There it is.
But we do appreciate it. And so if you guys are interested in that, please let us know what's up. And please share the live video stream with your people, because we do appreciate it.
Let me see. Let me make sure. Oh Lord, look at Jamal. Jamal out here doing too much again.
What's Jamal doing?
Jamal out here, he got the new braids going. Got the new braids.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sweet
Gotta
dreams.
Get that hair done.
Sweet Dreams Nation. He's gotta keep it half fresh. He's either fresh or cocked to the side. One of the two. There's no in
Super
between.
Fresh or just not.
No in
fresh
between. Homeless.
The homeless look.
Those are the options with Jamal. Oh man, I gotta post to make sure people are sharing. But I'm excited just with what's going on with sports. Like we said, we were talking before the show. The NFL draft. I know your team has been decent now for no, you guys had that one flare-up year. You had a herpes outbreak, I guess it was.
Well, this past year, it was...
the Niners have been on struggled times, and now it's back to we're searching for a quarterback again. Well, are you excited that Jimmy G might be gone, or
I'm excited for the fact that even if Jimmy G's not gone, which obviously I think he will be if they are drafting the quarterback. But at the same time, it could be a year where this puts, I think I talked about this last show we did, this puts pressure on Jimmy G to maybe play better, because he's never, with the 49ers, he hasn't had any competition.
No.
So I'm thinking maybe the competition of having another quarterback in there that looks like he could be your replacement. What are you going to do to keep your job if you want to stay there?
But do you think that they do that? Do you think that they should do that in terms of just the money that they've already allocated to him? Because
there's not a lot of money this year because a lot of that money has already been paid
for Jimmy.
So the way the contract is, there's not a lot of money
left
for him.
Okay, all right.
Which I was surprised, because I thought it was going to be a lot of money on the back end, but it's really not.
Because it was like a 4 or 5 year deal, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, you know what? It's been 4 years, Quan. This is year 4.
It's been a minute.
That's crazy. Because he got hurt. He got hurt the first year that he was there when he came over and he signed the contract. He got hurt. He played the second year. You went to the Super Bowl. Last year, got hurt again. The whole team got hurt. That's the year 3. So this would be year 4 of the contract. So, I mean, yeah. Well, listen, we'll see. But for teams like mine, the Jets, the Chargers, the Browns. Well, the Browns are starting to finally pull it together, but teams that have been kind of more on the bottom of the barrel, this is always like our time of the year.
Yeah.
And so I get excited. This year, we'll see. We're a mid-round pick. I don't know what we're gonna.
Where are you at?
19.
Okay.
So for a long time, I was hoping Trey Lance would fall, but that does not look like it will happen.
Yeah.
So now we'll see. We'll kind of see. I think I want.
And you want a quarterback, right?
I want Mound. I think from Texas A&M in the second round, second or third.
All right.
That's where I think I'm going.
So a lot happened with the NFL draft. A lot of trades. Sam Darnold got traded today to the Jags, correct?
No,
I mean
Panthers.
Expansion
team.
Same year.
Expansion team.
To the Panthers for a 6th-round pick and two 22 picks.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure what picks those were.
Second and the 4th.
Okay. So why'd they make it a big deal that it's a 6th-round pick?
Because it's this year, and it's
it's this year's 6th-round pick.
It's like, bro, you're getting a 6th-round pick for a former we traded up for you 1st-round pick.
I was surprised by this trade. Were you?
Yeah, I mean, because honestly,
they haven't given him. I feel like he hasn't had a chance to really play there.
You never really got a chance. You never put anybody around him. But then outside of Le'Veon Bell, who just kind of was like, "Give me the money," and then, all right, cool, I don't care anymore. But to put him in a position where he's not really getting anything, he has a coach that doesn't know what he's doing. To kick him out, you get nothing in return, and this is a known draft. Like I not necessarily worry about when you get future picks.
Yeah.
But the Panthers aren't necessarily a bad team, so those picks might not be worth anything. They might be lower 2nd-round picks or whatever. They could easily be a 8-win, 9-win team next year. And that being said, they wouldn't be picking outside of the top 20.
And for the Jets, they have a new coach there.
Your former coach?
Yeah, Saleh.
Is that how you say it? I've been saying Saleh for years.
Saleh. Yeah, so Saleh's there, and maybe he didn't like him. I mean, that's that could be it. But I think they gave up on him too quick because they haven't. He's either been hurt or they just haven't had anything around him to help him out. So. Yeah. I mean, they made the trade, so it's done now, but I don't think that was a good trade for them unless they have specific things they're looking for. But yeah, they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So now you have to go out and find. Have they signed another quarterback? Like who's their backup right now?
I don't remember them signing anybody that was any good. Nothing like that. But I mean, for me, if they would have kept Sam Darnold, trade back from 2. Get 3 or 4 more 1st-round picks from people that are so hungry over these quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
And now you build your team on the run versus, okay, we're going to trade Sam Darnold.
Especially for the fact that he's a quarterback that you got in the draft that you wanted really bad, right? So now you're looking at quarterbacks that you might want really bad, and all you're going to keep doing is drafting good quarterbacks every 3 or 4 years.
And you're not doing anything else.
And you're not building the team around to be able to protect whatever quarterback you're bringing in.
Yes.
So it might not even be the quarterback's fault that he looks bad.
Yeah.
It's your fault because you're not building a team around any of your quarterbacks ever. You're just trading everything to get the next young quarterback for what? To not protect him? To not
be
have
in the same situation?
To be in the same exact situation. So I don't think that was a good move. That's not a move I would have made. Like you said, get some O-line to see what this quarterback can do.
All these receivers in this year's draft, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to think if anybody has multiple firsts right now, but if they would have traded back to a team that wanted a quarterback as well, get 2 1st-round picks, now you go ahead and get a receiver, you get an offensive lineman, you get 2 things for the price of 1. Yeah. I mean, that's how I would have looked at it. But to go draft Zach Wilson, okay. Like, to me, that's not, I don't know.
And we see this all the time in the NFL.
Yes.
Probably more than any other sport.
Yes.
Where there's so much time in between the season and the draft. The college season, especially, and the draft, right?
Yeah.
There's months and months in between. So, they have the what's it called? The combine. They have the combine. They have the combine, so you get to see them a little more. But we already saw them in game action.
Yeah.
The game action says a lot more for me than what. Oh, he ran the 4.4, 40.
Yeah.
That's cool, but we already see what these guys are, and then all of a sudden you either hype up someone that wasn't as good as you're hyping him up to be, or now you're downgrading somebody like
Justin
Fields, that now you're downgrading him, saying he doesn't have a good work ethic.
Yeah.
You're starting to downgrade somebody.
His measurables
was amazing in college last year.
Ran a 4.4440. The fastest 40.
He's been amazing.
Yeah.
Now you're pushing him down. So I think there's too much time in between the season and the draft that just makes people go crazy.
Yeah.
You start talking too much. You start thinking too deep. And I think that's why the NFL draft has so many mystery surprises.
Yeah.
We don't know who's good. We don't know who's going to be bad. It's almost like flip a coin. Maybe this guy's going to be good and worth it. or maybe he's going to be a disappointment.
I think also too, football so much more than basketball or baseball. Where you go determines everything.
Yeah.
Because if you go somewhere,
you can shine in the NBA as a one-on-one player. You can be on the worst team in the league, and I'm gonna go in and average 25 my rookie year.
Yeah.
So people are gonna see what I can do.
Yeah.
In the NFL, you can't be a quarterback and say, I'm gonna throw for 5,000 yards and 45 touchdowns.
Doesn't work that way.
Because if your dude can't catch, you're not throwing for that.
Or if I'm on my back every time I
yeah.
snap.
If you don't have a line and you're getting knocked out all the time,
yeah,
and you got concussions your rookie season, that can ruin your whole career.
Yeah.
And so you're right. It matters a lot where you go.
Yeah.
That's why we see, and they'll get mad at players for doing this, but that's why we see the Eli Mannings. We can go way back to John Elway.
John Elway.
We can go back to those players that I don't want to play for that team.
Yeah.
Because they see something in that team.
Their organization just isn't. Again, and you just look at the draft. The same teams are always in the same spots.
Yep.
They might have a flare up where they, we had a 2-year run where we actually were pulling it together, but the organization is rotting from the inside. You know what I mean? And it just, look, football is a funny game, man, because who knows what Ryan Leaf could have been if he would have went number one.
He would have went to a different team.
Yeah, I mean, I think Peyton in the end was going to be Peyton.
Yeah.
But who knows what some of these other players could have been if they would have went to another team.
Yep. Shout out Les Pickett. What's up, bro? Listen, NFL draft, we're going to be talking about that a lot. It is the end of this month.
Yeah.
The 29th through the 1st, I believe. Where are they doing it? Is it going to be virtual again, or are there actually going to be people? Because I know we get it here next year.
That's actually a good question. I think it might be virtual again.
Yeah.
I don't remember them saying anything about that recently. But
so we'll see how that is, because there are a lot more things opening up. So, will they do something in Florida or Texas?
Yeah.
We'll see what's up with that. But I know it's supposed to be out here in Vegas in 2022. So we'll see what's up with that. Let us know your thoughts, man. Your favorite team. Who's your favorite team going to draft? Who do you want them to draft? I think whoever the 49ers pick is going to be the best quarterback in this draft.
Look, he's going to be set up for the most success. From day one, he's set up with the most success. And you guys picked third. The draft is in Ohio this year. It's in Cleveland.
Okay.
It's in Cleveland this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, what's your final thoughts on that Darnold trade?
Yeah, look, for Sam Darnold, you're going somewhere at least where they might give you a chance. Now, that being said, he's also going into a division where there's also some quarterback influx.
Well, and the team that already has a quarterback.
Who?
Panthers.
Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. What's that mean for Teddy?
So why are we always replacing the black quarterback?
Well, not just that, but
Teddy's
just
good, man.
Quarterback, period.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I feel like the black quarterback doesn't get the chance.
Oh, no, never.
Because Teddy has been good everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
He's been solid. I think he was solid for the Panthers.
Last
year, Sam Darnold.
Last year he wasn't great. He wasn't great, but he also was in a position.
The team was hurt.
Yeah, that exactly.
CMC was
hurt. A lot of their defense was down. And then also on top of that, bro, you're playing against that. Now, last year was probably the last year that division's going to have elite quarterback play. Because remember, they had Matt Ryan, they had Tom Brady, they had Drew Brees, all in the same division. So, now, you know what I mean? So that was also kind of daunting. Yeah. Darnold's situation now, really all you have is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Because Matt Ryan might be shown the door in the next few weeks.
Definitely could. Definitely could be.
You know what I mean? So who knows? That division is very winnable now.
Yep. All right, moving on to college basketball. We got the championship game tonight, man. I'm hyped about this game. This was a very weird college basketball season. It took me a long time to even realize who any players were, who the good teams were, because we're seeing Duke lose a lot. We're seeing Kentucky lose a lot. The teams we're usually used to seeing be picked for the Final Four weren't even making the tournament. And so it was a very weird college basketball season. A lot of teams were missing games because of COVID. A lot going on. But we finally made it through. We pushed through. We got to the tournament. And low-key, this has been a great tournament. There's been some amazing games.
A lot of upsets.
UCLA gets into the Final Four as an 11 seed. And listen, man, Gonzaga's been blowing everyone out. So I really thought it was going to be another blowout. This ends up being one of the best college basketball games maybe ever. And I know, we're living off the time right now, but
sure.
An overtime game, going into double overtime, about to be double overtime. I know it's double overtime because there's only 3 seconds left when he tied the score. They got to bring the ball all the way down. Something that frustrated me is they didn't stop the ball. They let him dribble way too far. Gonzaga shoots a three, banks it off the backboard, wins the game.
From about 40 feet.
It was far. Beautiful shot. Right when it went up, though, I said they gave him way too much room. They didn't really contest that shot.
No, they did. It was, and so that was my point. It was a contested half-court shot. He contested as much as he could without putting himself in any kind of foul position.
I feel that
because he was straight up and where he was. He gave him enough space to land. You couldn't say anything negative about him. You know what I mean? Now, to your point, make it a little harder, maybe give him a little bit of resistance. All you had to do is bump him once or twice in the backcourt, and now he's at half court or behind half court trying to throw up a prayer.
But they didn't bump. They didn't do anything, so he was able to just...
You let him go.
You're backing up the whole time. You didn't stand guard by just... You're not getting through us.
And UCLA should know this more than anybody. Tyus Edney.
Yeah.
Think about
it. Did that to Michigan.
Like coast to coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was against Michigan, right?
I don't remember who it was.
I think it was against Michigan.
I don't remember who they played, but I mean, the year that they won not the last one. Is that the last one they won?
Could have been. I can't remember.
Did they win? They've been to a lot of Final Fours. I don't think they've won.
I'm not sure if they've won for a long time.
Since like 95.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah.
But it was great. I mean, dude, that game, the whole game, it was a good game going back and forth, and it was close. Yeah. It was an amazing game, man. I was really, proud to be able to watch that for the fact that the college season felt like such a dud.
Yeah.
But then the tournament has just been amazing.
Tiger Campbell. I like that name.
Tiger Campbell. There's some good names.
Yeah.
Some dude with a mullet. I'm always scared of those guys.
You mean on Gonzaga?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple of these teams have had some weirdos on the court. Yeah. That was UCLA's last title in 95.
That was 95, right?
95.
And the reason they got there was Tyus Edney. I feel like that was the Sweet 16 or Elite 8.
Something like that.
It wasn't a championship. That's why I'm like, I don't think it was Michigan. I feel like it was like somebody random, like Pepperdine or something crazy.
I'm gonna look that up.
Go ahead. But yeah, I mean, look, that one was tough, especially the. Have you seen like the reaction videos? Missouri. See, I
started with the M. They were yellow.
That's all right. They were yellow.
Yeah.
So was UCLA, but
well, UCLA was blue and yellow.
Yeah, but I think man. Those reaction videos were great.
Yeah,
with the dad and the sons, like they bet UCLA, like come on, like double overtime, and then like immediate heartbreak. I saw this one with this girl at a bar, and like she was like so amped up, and like looking at her phone, like yeah, and then she like turns and like you just see her pan, and they're just showing the like celebration, like she's like, wait, what? She was so confused. It was so good.
And you can see the look on the UCLA players' faces. Like,
yeah,
the one dude, I think the white, the Hispanic dude was just looking like, wait, that can't be it. Is there another second? Is there something we can do?
Bro,
so I feel bad for them, but at the same time, they took an undefeated team to the wire, to overtime.
Yeah.
They played great, so they, keep your heads held high.
Yeah.
Oh, I just looked, and your name tag is all over the place.
Oh, is it?
My bad.
It looks
good. Let me move that up. No, it's in the middle of your screen.
Oh, you want it lettered left.
I don't know how that happened. Anyways, I'm glad I looked on that TV to see that. Anyways, the things that graphic designer gets distracted by during this sports show.
Little stuff.
But listen, man, Baylor, they beat I can't think of who they played.
Baylor beat I feel like they had a decent game. Like they had to play somebody that was actually.
Who did Baylor play?
Why
can't I think of that? Because I watched it.
But they beat the brakes off of whoever they played too. Hold on, give me a sec.
Sorry, guys, we are professional
just keep talking
sports analysts here
randomly while
tonight's game is Baylor versus Gonzaga, which a lot of people did pick these two teams, to play in the championship. So everyone's Houston. And Houston was pretty bad in that game.
Yeah.
But these are two teams that a lot of people did pick for the championship game. So your brackets that were already busted in day one because, listen, everybody lost at least one game on day one on their bracket.
No perfect bracket.
If you say you didn't, you're a liar, and we're not friends anymore.
A big fibber.
Yeah. But Baylor and Gonzaga. I'm going to tell you who's going to win right now.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's get the line.
Let's get the line.
I'll at least get you the line for the game.
Les Pickett said they took Houston out back to the woodshed. Wow.
That was definitely a shed game for sure.
If you guys are watching live, please share the live video stream with your people, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, man. We do definitely appreciate you tuning in and being live with us right here on Unnamed Sports Show on Gorilla Cross. Download that Gorilla Cross app. We appreciate it.
The line is 4.5 for Gonzaga. So Gonzaga 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
I'm
taking Gonzaga. I think after that game against UCLA, that to me was their loss, if that makes sense.
Sure, it was their first close game of the year.
First game of the tournament, not first game of the year, because they almost had a loss.
That's right. They did say that. They mentioned that.
So I think that was their almost wake-up call, you know what I'm saying? And I think Gonzaga actually does win by 10.
Okay.
Or more, but I'm giving them a double-digit win in this game because I think now they know, look, we got this far undefeated, could have lost because UCLA had the last shot in regulation going into overtime.
Yeah.
They could have.
And that was a charge. Excuse me. That was a block. Because he was he was outside of his frame.
Yeah.
But it's a tight one because that would have fouled out that kid too.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
But they know what they have to do now. They have to go in there. And listen, I'm not saying Gonzaga did anything different against UCLA than they've done all year because UCLA was just that good. And to me, they looked way better than an 11 seed. Not that I paid attention to them much during the regular season to even know that, but in the tournament, they looked like one of the best teams. They didn't look like one of those
good. Cinderellas that just got
They
hot.
didn't look like a Cinderella.
They were executing, and they were hitting big time shots.
They have players that could be in the NBA. They will be in the NBA. So they're not one of those random teams. So for that, I definitely do appreciate UCLA for doing that, taking them to the brink. But I think it's going to be a 10-point win by Gonzaga. Take the bet right now. Listen, if you guys got $5,000 to put on it, do it. Quan said it.
Jesus Christ. Don't do that. Okay. I'm going to tell you what the key to the game is. This is the key to the game, and I didn't even know this until because I watched a lot of that UCLA game.
Okay.
The key to the game, Gonzaga is number one in the country in points in the paint. They average about 42 points in the paint a game. For college, we know college now the scoring has gone up, precipitously in the last 5-7 years.
Say that word again.
Precipitously. It's gone up a lot. But it's gone up, it's continued to rise, but because think about it, 8 years ago, a team averaging 50 a game, that was that's our scoring average.
Yeah.
So for a team to average 42 points in the paint, especially now with everyone wanting to be in love with the three and getting so many shots up, they're getting to the nasty areas, getting baskets, getting putbacks. That's to me is the main focus for Baylor. If Baylor can keep them, they can keep that to about 30 to 35.
Yeah.
I think they win. So for me, I think Baylor has they have athletes. They have the team to do it.
They're a really good team.
They are. And look, for both these teams, Baylor has Baylor won a national championship? If they have, it's been 30 years.
1933.
Yeah,
maybe. But I don't think they have. And we could look that up, but I doubt it.
I mean, so for both of these teams, to your point, in terms of the undefeated season, we haven't had one since, the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Since Bobby Knight in the 70s. Yeah. So for them to go the whole gambit, and they're already still haven't lost really since technically last season, because they didn't lose. We ended the season with COVID. They haven't lost in 35, 36 games. So yeah, I think Baylor's they're gonna have to, their O's gotta go. I think Baylor's gonna be able to do it. Tight game though.
So you're taking Baylor?
taking Baylor just because it's only two of us. We gotta
we
gotta
split it up.
We gotta keep it interesting.
If you guys want to break the tie, let us know who you guys got in the comments or call us up 702-608-3259. All right. I think it's gonna be great, and I think the good thing about this one to me, Baylor and Gonzaga, these are two teams that are always in the tournament. Teams you don't necessarily expect in the championship. Like we said, we're used to seeing Duke, we're used to seeing Kentucky, Kansas. We're used to the same teams over and over again. So it's good seeing two teams that, aren't major schools, So I think that's really dope, man. So it will be dope. Precipitously.
Precipitous. I mean, precipitous is a word, so then precipitously is plural. Did it come up? Did it not come up?
No, I didn't look it up.
All right, you're making me nervous. I'm like, that's a word.
I didn't look it up. I'm just glad you used it on our show.
There it is.
Somebody had to eventually.
It's gone up a lot in the last 5 years.
Come up eventually. Super dope, Melissa. Super dope. Thanks for the mangoes. Anyways, I've been eating them a lot.
Whoa. Wait, pineapples is the word. Is the word that Kevin Hart would say.
Talking about mangoes.
Pineapples, Melissa. Pineapples. It's her safe word.
Wow. All right.
Oh my goodness.
So women's college championship was really dope. Yes. Melissa.
Yes.
Did you watch it?
How
come they have quarters instead of halves like the men?
They started doing that some years ago to get the ladies ready for playing in the WNBA. Because remember the WNBA used to do.
Why does men's do that?
Because
they don't care.
It's just basketball.
I wouldn't want men's to do that.
I like halves. I like halves. The game flows. You know what I mean? So much more. There's not as many timeouts and those kind of things. There's the TV timeouts, of course, but the game flows at a different clip. But I understand why they did it for the women because they wanted to keep the game very similar to what was happening professionally to keep pushing the WNBA. I did not catch the full game, but I did catch the last 3 minutes of the game. I was walking around yesterday on the strip and was outside of a Tilted Kilt.
Hey.
And saw it in the link. And look, these hero shots, we gotta get better. Because the same shot that the girl from Baylor versus UConn had, hero shot. Can we talk about that? Because
talk about it.
Everybody online, it's a foul.
That was a foul.
That was not a foul.
Come on, Joshua.
Listen, that's a foul in the first quarter.
Come on, coach.
That's a foul in the first quarter.
If that was your girl,
first quarter,
you would say you would not be mad saying that's a foul.
Into the game. The refs.
We pulled this up. We pulled the video up the other day on No Plays Off Sports Talk with Miss Ball and D. Check that out every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on Gorilla Cross Radio. So I'm gonna let you talk about that. I'm gonna pull that up again.
All right.
And we're gonna watch that clip.
Okay. Go ahead. You want me to keep talking about it?
I want to hear your opinion. Then we'll watch
my
the clip.
opinion of it is this: first, she dribbled. I don't know the lady's name. She dribbled into trouble. If she would have in and out at the elbow, first she went left, so she's right-handed, so she already went to her weakness. At least in theory, I don't know enough about her game, but she went to her weaker side. She went to her weaker hand, her offhand. She could have in and out at the elbow when it was still one-on-one coverage against a slower, bigger person and gotten a shot, gotten a look that we all deal with. If that's our best player, that's the girl we want to have the ball, go ahead and take that shot. We're riding your back home. She dribbled further into trouble with a rolling defender coming over. She initiated the initial contact. She jumped into the girl while they came down. They broke their hands down a little bit. You're supposed to be straight up, but they broke their hands down a little bit. They didn't body check her. They didn't take her arms away from her. The refs, I look, to go to the Final Four, go to the championship, I'm not on the ref's head about making that call. Not making that call.
All right, we're going to watch it right now because I think it's definitely a foul.
Okay.
And Josh doesn't. So we'll talk about it. I'm not going to play the audio because,
copyrights.
They be tripping on us.
Copyrights.
But, all right, she's dribbling.
Yep. This is one.
She passed the ball.
So right here.
All right.
Freeze it. Oh, go back. Go back. Go back. All right, so go back. I want you to freeze it. I'll give you some coach analysis right now.
All right.
So okay.
So she
gets a PNR at the top of the key.
She gets free.
Yep, right here. She gets a PNR right here. The girl at the middle right here, screen roll, freeze it. So okay. I think that's number 25 is in the middle of the lane right now.
Yep.
She's going to switch. That's a bigger defender versus a guard.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let it go. Okay, so freeze it. Go back a little bit if you can. I'll show you the shot. I'll show you exactly where she should have pulled. She had 5 seconds. Okay, right here. You're downhill versus a bigger defender who in theory should not be able to stay with you.
Yeah.
When she gets her next dribble in should be an in and out at the free throw line, pull up. We're going home on that look. That's the look. If you can't get it anywhere else, everyone else is covered. Right here. Or
well, she has 25 kind of open.
You can spin it right back to your girl.
25 is actually wide open.
But 25 also is coming downhill.
Yeah.
So she's going to trouble herself. If she would have freezed right there and pick and pop, that's the look. Froze, thank you. But she dribbles into trouble. Two people. Straight up.
There is a bounce pass under the legs for a layup.
Right there.
But you're looking up, you might not see that.
4 seconds.
That's a hard pass to do.
That's a hard pass. Straight up.
They're straight up but moving forward. Well, all right, now let's see the close replay.
Yeah. But to get to the championship, to get to the Final Four, that play, you had multiple
here
options.
Goes close up.
Freeze right here. Freeze.
Her arms in her face though.
We're straight. It's not straight, Quan, but to send you to the line to win the game, you got to get body slammed. And you dribbled here. Remember, she dribbled there.
To that spot.
And you put yourself in this position. You put yourself, look at her girls. She got 2 girls naked right there.
Well, she can't pass the ball at this position.
Yeah,
though.
she can.
The hands are right on the ball, though. The hands are right on the ball, too. I don't see a passing lane.
Yeah.
Especially that quick. I mean, we're looking at it in slow-mo.
3 girls in the area.
And at the same time, if 3 girls were on her, they got to box number 13 out more in case there's a miss or a block shot like that. But that's a lot of contact.
To get me to the championship.
She's fading away a little bit. But
you know what I mean? Like, to get me to the championship, I can't do it. I can't do it, brother. Not in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, you can't force the shot.
And everybody was like, "Oh, if it was UConn, because look,
UConn ended up losing. Everyone
in the Final Four,
picking them. Our girl's going to be playing there next year.
Wait a minute, did you see Caroline won the 3-point competition in the McDonald's All-American?
Really?
She won yesterday.
That's dope.
So I talked to them.
Oh man, we should have had her Skype in.
Yeah,
maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll
reach out. But yeah, she won the women's 3-point competition. So.
She'll be going to UConn next year. We had her on the show a few months ago. So if you guys missed that, just look it up. Carolyn Ducharme on Unnamed Sports Show. Just look that up on YouTube. You'll find that interview. Really dope having her live in the studio with us a couple months ago. But listen, man, the women's game has been dope. I've watched a lot of the tournament games, starting from the Elite Eight. I've watched a lot of those games. They've been very entertaining, man, and seeing how close they were, seeing the big dogs go out, and then you had Stanford and Arizona in the championship game, 2 Pac-12 teams.
Yeah.
That's big for the West Coast.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope, man. Seeing
Stanford hadn't won since '92.
Yeah.
Arizona. I just found out earlier this coach has been there for 3 years. They went 6-whatever their first year. They won. They made it to the NIT last year. Excuse me. Her second year. Last year, of course, COVID didn't have a tournament run or anything, and then now championship game, lose by 1. That's a come up in a 4-year span. So
definitely
that coach is doing a great job. I don't know the coach's name, but she's doing a fantastic job.
All right, we'll learn her name.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
1 point loss. Great job, coach. Great job. So, but yeah, I mean, look, I just love that people are talking about women's sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know that we had talked a little bit online in terms of the payment of players and all that kind of stuff. That's actually something I've been talking to Caroline about and different people. But, everyone tries to act as if billions of dollars aren't a lot of money. Like, oh, there's no money. And I'm like, how is there no money and you have billions of dollars for free? Now, granted, you have to pay these children's, college tuition and all those kind of things, but there's plenty of ways to split up billions. Splitting up millions, a little different.
Yeah, definitely.
You start splitting up billions, brother. Trust me, it's let's figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
all right, some other college basketball news before we move on. Roy Williams retired from UNC.
Yes.
On April Fool's Day. I really did not believe it.
Yeah.
Because they've been calling for his head for so long. I thought he was just like, let me tell a little joke here. But then it went on all day. So I'm like, all right, this is either the best April Fool's joke of all time, or
ESPN's on it.
Or he realizes he's 73 and it's time to go. And he's, he had like 2 years ago where he was passing out like every 5 games and collapsing on the court where it looked like, you might not make it to tomorrow. So, a dope move, though, that I thought they did a great job of is not going out to interview all these outside coaches. They get Hubert Davis, who's been on the bench with him, former North Carolina player. He's going to be the head coach of North Carolina. I think that's a great pickup. What do you think?
I think it's a great pickup. He's the first black coach in North Carolina history.
Wow.
So we can leave it there.
It's huge.
We can say, we can talk about Tubby Smith following up at Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some of these organizations, some of these universities, it's great, but we have to be great. And that's something that, we've talked about. You mentioned earlier with Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
It sucks that you have to say these things or at least live these things, but he doesn't have time to play around. He's got to win from the beginning.
Yep.
So, and you got to beat Duke. So if he can do that, that at least can, keep some people off his back.
Yeah.
But if you struggle against Duke and you're not winning, he'll be gone in a year and a half.
All right. Next up, this is going to be Josh's 1 minute of baseball talk.
Oh, all right then.
We'll give a little more because
my phone died. I can't even look up the standings. I can tell you about my Cubs, though.
Can you bring a tablet? Can you bring a charger? Can you come prepared?
Listen, I was actually in the middle of trying to text this parent about practice. They were asking me about practice and phone died. Like, literally in the middle of the text.
In the middle of the show.
So, yeah,
there's chargers all over the place in this studio, and he chooses not to have one.
It is what it is. The baseball minute. Shohei Ohtani.
That was dope, though.
But almost like blows his knee back out. Oh, my goodness. So exciting yesterday. The Cubs, like I said, my Cubs are 2-1. We got our first series win of the season versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. My man Jake the Snake is back, looking good. Jake Arrieta is back in the fold. All is about to be right in Cubs Nation again. With him coming back, so that's exciting. But outside of that, I haven't paid too much attention. More or less, just excited to have baseball back. I got some juice. It looks like we're looking like we're gonna be juiced up, juicy fruit. All right, let's see. Yep, we're good. We should be back in business here in a few good minutes. But
host, producer, intern. Man,
hey man, you're Cordell Stewart. You're Slash.
I'm Slash.
I'm producer / owner / writer /
find a charger for you because you're irresponsible.
Oh my!
But that was dope, man. I mean, he was the first pitcher all year to throw over 100, and he did it like 8 times.
Yeah,
in
101 with like basically 102.
Yeah,
smashed a home run,
which was the hardest home run hit all year.
Really?
Yeah, they said it was the hardest home run hit all year and the fastest pitch in the same game.
Again, the Cubs. I said it when we didn't even go after him because I was watching his stuff, like especially at the time we had Joe Madden as our coach, as our manager, because Madden already did a lot of stuff with pitchers, like, oh yeah, you can pitch and then you can be in the outfield and you can be a DH, different things. If you have a manager that thinks the game like that, and then now Joe Madden is there. So he's in a perfect spot for him now to both, take care of that arm with coming off of Tommy Johns and all that stuff. But he's going to be a problem. As long as he stays healthy, don't get slid into at home plate anymore.
Now, I don't like you giving out the record of your team. You know why? Let me tell you why I don't want to hear about records. everyone's played like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
there's like 350 games left in the
right.
season for each team. I don't care if you're 2-1 or 3-0 right now.
Listen,
it doesn't matter.
it's about
There's
series wins.
358 more games
That's right.
in the season.
And I look forward to all 358
Oh my
of them.
gosh, I don't know how you do it. I don't mind watching like the first games, and honestly, being in the studio all day now, I have too many TVs to not have a baseball game on. So I have been watching a lot more. I probably watched more baseball the last 4 days than I did all of the last 2 seasons in the regular season. I watch baseball playoffs.
Yeah.
But I usually have a game on going all the time. So it's been a little weird.
Got to do it, man. It's good stuff. It's good for the
It's
soul.
all right.
What's going on with the Knights? Knights have
Go Knights, go.
Knights been falling on hard times.
They've been doing all right, man.
Well, they
Taking a couple L's.
They took some L's, but then the Avalanche have been winning, so now they're not in first place anymore.
It's all right. Where are we at right now?
I literally just heard about it
up.
yesterday, so that was the reason why I said something, because I didn't know. You know I don't follow the Knights.
Yeah, I'm just glad you jumped off of baseball so quick.
Oh, you know, I got my Cubs out.
But it is a weird season because everybody's playing the same teams over and over again.
Oh, and you talking about hockey? Yeah,
Just in NHL in general, you're playing the same teams over and over again. You're not going out of your conference.
No,
or out of your
division. Yeah,
you're playing the same teams in the division, and that's it. And there was 21 coaches and players, something crazy for Vancouver.
For the Canucks, yeah.
That's wild. So who knows how long they're going to miss?
They're going to be, I mean, they can't do anything for at least another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, probably another like 5 to 7 days.
So we're 4 points now behind the Avs. We've lost 3 in a row.
Oh, okay. You're 4 points back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, losing 3 games in a row. Colorado's won 4 games in a row, so that definitely
how many
games?
separation. How many games have you played? How many games have they
37,
played?
and we played 36. So
okay,
it's
so
right there.
You got a game in hand though. So you do technically have a game in hand.
We could pull 2 points closer.
Okay. That's not bad.
But losing 3 in a row after, we had a winning streak and then end up losing 3 in a row. So
my Caps just went through the same thing. So where are
you guys at? You guys are in first place.
We're in first
in the East. It's called the East.
The Eastern. I think it's it's a
you
bank.
know what's weird? They
name.
said they had those sponsorships. I don't know any of the sponsors. They have not done a good job of pushing.
I hear them in game all the time.
I don't. Maybe I just don't pay attention.
Mass Mutual. I'm the Mass Mutual Eastern Division.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what we are in the West, but
I don't remember. I don't know that. But yeah, they do it. I mean, on my games they do it.
Yeah.
But you're right. It doesn't say Mass Mutual Eastern Conference Division.
Yeah.
For as you're reading it just says Eastern Division.
All right, the Knights, and we do have a couple people, that are Knights fans that want to come in and talk some Knights hockey, and
write for us.
Well, that too, or
start a little blog.
Get them in on the show, and we have my man Golden Pipes. He sings the national anthem every home game. I know he wants to come in and chop it up, just about being back in there and being back with some fans. There's some fans there, so that's been cool. The Vegas is starting to open up a little bit.
For $1 million a ticket. They live in Summerlin.
An actual hookup. She hit me up the other day, says that her mom works for the MGM and they get some cheap tickets. So I might be going to a game soon.
The cost
and I'm going to drink this before I choke.
Is your left finger. your left index finger is
No,
mine.
she said she can get some between like $50 and $100.
Oh, that's normal.
So
yeah, that's
happy about that.
That's good.
I might be going to a game this month, folks.
All right.
We'll see. But my pocket is a little tighter this month until we deal with some things.
Fair enough.
All right. We have who we got? We got the Blues tonight at 5. So that's coming up in about 2 hours. So
that's a winnable game.
Yeah, I mean, listen, St. Louis is struggling right now, but they
still got Tarasenko.
They're a year, 2 years off their championship,
off a Stanley Cup.
Their Stanley Cup. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens there. But we have been playing pretty good against them. But it is weird just like dealing with the same teams over and over again. I kind of like it for the fact that there's so much tension now at this part of the season. Every time you play a team, you got bad beef with everybody you're playing now.
Well, I hear you, but I'll say this. Your division is easy. Y'all got layups. Like, look, if you look at my division, the Rangers scare the daylights out of me. We struggle playing the Rangers every time we play them. Like, every single time, it is a dogfight. Whereas I feel more confident playing the Bruins or the Penguins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's how we are with the Wild. I mean, we beat the Wild twice this year.
Yeah.
Maybe, I can't remember.
But you've struggled with them?
We've beaten the Wild, but we've been struggling with them lately a lot.
What's their place in the division?
The Wild's third, 48 points.
Okay. All right. Well, they're a good team.
They're a good team. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So who you got? You got the Islanders, Penguins, Bruins, Flyers, Rangers, Devils, and Sabres.
Yeah. And our next game is probably like Islanders, Penguins.
Let's see who you got coming up. Tomorrow you got the Islanders.
In New York.
Yep.
That's for first place.
But does the home ice matter?
No,
because there's no fans in New York.
No, but it's still there's fans now
in New York.
Yeah, the Rangers have fans in their games, and the Devils just had them. I mean, that's New Jersey, but we just played the Devils yesterday.
Speaking of Rangers, let's run back to MLB. Texas Rangers had a full capacity.
Oh yeah, they're wilding. Texas is crazy.
Full out capacity.
Just wear your mask. Just wear. They say the mask is the most important thing anyway.
I mean, that's what we've been hearing for a year and a half.
Oof.
Or a year. Come on. Don't exaggerate.
Year and a half. Year and 2 weeks.
But yeah, I mean, that's a huge game because that can tie it up for you guys.
Which or extend us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you lose you guys would be tied.
Yeah.
How many more games? How many? There's 56.
It's like it's a weird number of 50. It's somewhere in there, and I know the season is over next month. The beginning of May. I think it's like the 8th or 9th of May. Yeah. Like the season's over. So
that's crazy. And then playoffs.
Yeah.
Are they doing what are they doing for the playoffs? Same type of deal, or is it gonna be a bubble?
The playoffs. So the playoffs basically, I think they go into a bubble, but that first round is you play like, so then it's inter division still.
Okay.
So one would play 4. That's why I'm like, please Rangers, do not slide in this 4th slot because I will literally want to kill myself. And then 2 plays 3.
Okay.
And then from there, then we go into the all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm. All right, let's jump into the National Basketball Association, and then we'll get into some UFC to close out the show. Harden's going to be back. The Nets are really good, and they can afford to lose a superstar or 2
and still be fine
and still be rolling. LaMarcus Aldridge has actually looked pretty good so far with the Nets. Blake is, Blake will never be what he used to be at all, but he definitely is serviceable. He's not just somebody hanging on to try to get a ring. He's actually playing.
I mean, Blake was still killing. He was still averaging close to Blake numbers in Detroit.
A little bit, yeah.
He's still averaging 18, 20.
But he was also averaging like 20 games a season.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
But they're looking good right now, man. And with the Lakers being injured like they are, they get Andre Drummond, and he gets hurt his first game.
Yeah.
Gets his big toe stepped on.
Yeah.
So now he's missing time. LeBron's still out. AD's still out. They're not even saying when AD's going to come back.
They're getting cracked. They got cracked last night by the Clippers. Messed my whole ticket up. I bet for y'all.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, I was like, oh, no, they won't lose by 11.
Yeah, they will. They literally have nobody right now.
Goodness
They're
gracious.
missing their 3 best players, which one of their best players hasn't even played with their 2 other best players. So it's an issue right now. And the closer it gets to the playoffs, they need some games. They need to try to get 10 games under the belt together before they go into the playoffs. But this is also something you worried about last year in the bubble. Lakers looked horrible in the preseason part of the bubble before the playoffs. But they were still healthy. They just didn't look that good.
Yeah.
Right now, they are looking like they're in trouble. But at the same time, this is actually good for AD and LeBron to be able to kind of get rest. I think
where are they in the standings right now?
I think they're 4. About to fall to 5.
Yeah, if they fall to 6 or 7. No, see, my thing is
they're 5 right now, so they're a half a game behind Denver at 5 after last night's loss.
So for me as not as a Laker hater, because I didn't necessarily hate the Lakers. I love.
You're a LeBron hater.
I'm a LeBron disliker for sure. for me, just go ahead and fall all the way out. Because if they get to that 8 seed and they have to play Utah,
well, not even that. This is the new NBA, Josh.
Yeah,
that 8 seed has to play a play-in game.
True. Fall all the way out.
You don't want to deal with the play-in game.
No, but I don't want to deal with that at all for them. Fall all the way out. Just go ahead. We didn't repeat. There was no championship tour. Just fall all the way out. Because if they get it, look, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I was talking to some of my players about this. If they get that 8 seed, they'll win the play-in game. Cool, whatever. They'll beat the number 1 seed, and then they have a number 1 seed ride. Like
they do.
You're then now I'm the number 1 seed, and you play it out like the number 1 seed.
And that 8-1 seed isn't that big of a deal because I can go to Utah with 30 fans.
Yeah.
You know,
and kill them.
3,000 racist fans compared to 25,000 racist fans is a big difference.
Totally different. But if they get that 5th or 6th seed, that's a different road. Now I have that first series is a legit series, and then my second series is another legit series. It's a much tougher road in that middle. But if you go to the Polars, they'll be fine.
And Utah has by far been the best team in the NBA this year. They're 38-11. Phoenix is 34-14.
That's crazy.
And then you got Philly and Brooklyn tied at the top of the East at 34-16. But the best team in the NBA almost didn't last. Josh, you know why?
Why?
Their plane almost crashed.
Oh my!
They hit a flock of pigeons.
Flock of birds.
One of their engines went out.
Seagulls, I think it was. Oh, we're too old. We're getting too old, Quan.
I'll just solo your screen up.
The young fans, it went right over their heads.
Oh, that's definitely a solo screen for you. But listen, man, the players said they were literally scared. They thought this was it because it lasted a long time.
Donovan Mitchell, he had to miss the daggone road trip.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he had a fear of flying anyway. So then that happens. It's like, oh, understood. Yeah. I understand the fear. That's legitimate fear.
So he's going to start John Maddening his trips.
The Mitchell bus. The Mitch bus.
But that's crazy, man. Just thinking like, yo, we thought we were going to lose our lives.
Yeah.
So is this their year finally because of all that? Like when you deal with something like that, does that bring you closer as a team to say... You don't think so?
Well, the only reason
I'm just trying to put some dramatics behind it.
The only reason I say
you almost lost your life
is because it does happen. And like I forget what happened. This is like a few years back.
Can you imagine how tragic that would have been though to lose a whole
NBA team?
We've seen it in college, which is still a big deal. Obviously, like anytime a plane goes down, that's your phone's still not on.
Well, it's the charger is a little weak. I'm at 4%. But I forget. It was a few years ago, man. There was like a bird or something that hit the front of a team plane. I forget what team it was. And like the whole
Falcons?
No, it wasn't the Falcons.
The Eagles?
No, it was a basketball team. And the whole front of the plane, like the nose of the plane was like bent in. And I was like, they didn't hit a bird, they hit a daggone pterodactyl. I don't know what that was. So I mean, that kind of stuff does happen.
Yeah.
Like Jerome one year, his team plane, this didn't get reported. They had engine failure. All the engines went off.
All of them.
And
I couldn't do it. I mean, it'd be hard enough dealing with one engine going out because they got other engines. Like, okay, I'm going to trust this pilot with this one engine.
Yeah, no. The plane nosedived. He had to do a manual reset. Didn't tell the players. So they did a nosedive for like 15,000 feet. And everybody on the platform, I forget what team it was. But wow. Jerome had stories from like each guy because like everyone thought they were going to die. Like they thought this is it. Like, don't know what's going on.
So everyone gave their life to Jesus that day.
If you didn't, then you know what I mean, you're 100% on board with Satan. That's it. So, but yeah, so I mean that kind of stuff happens. They fly so much that it's like you start to, you know what I mean, the odds are in your favor to have an incident in the air at some point when you fly literally every day.
Wow.
Like I fly like people drive essentially. You know what I mean?
What would that have done to the NBA? Like, no, do you just stop for like?
I don't know. That kind of situation, I don't know, because you gotta think you might lose an owner because the owners fly sometimes with the players. So you might lose an owner. You definitely more than likely are losing a GM. You're losing a whole coaching staff. You're losing an entire roster.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do. I really wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Truthfully, so yeah, that's a not a good point, but a sad point to even think about.
It's wild, and a year after Kobe,
yeah,
to have a whole team playing go down, man.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah, but thankfully the pilots are professionals, and they did their job and kept things going. But that's crazy. That's scary.
I was definitely trying to think of a Flock of Seagulls song and couldn't do it.
I wouldn't be able to.
I couldn't do it off the top of my head.
Think of an Eagles song. Just Eagles?
Mm-mm.
No?
Not off the top.
Birdman?
Is that Eagles?
No, Birdman. The rapper.
Birdman. Stunting like my daddy.
See? There you go, guys.
You see where I live?
There's no classics.
No, the Eagles, they didn't do Hotel California, did they? Is that Eagles? Who's Hotel California? I hate you. Moving on. Get me off the daggone solo screen.
It is the Eagles.
Is that Eagles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job.
There we go. That was no Google. You saw this. You see this phone is dead. It's black over here. The screen is black.
It's definitely black over there. Birdman. All right. What else we got in the NBA? Embiid's back for Philly.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to Philly and Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference Championship. I hope they stay in those positions to be able to play, because I think Philly will be a hard matchup for the mighty Brooklyn team, because they don't play defense.
They don't. But Philly can't shoot.
Philly, they're a little bit better now though.
Yeah.
But they can score.
They can.
Embiid is. Who's going to guard Embiid and who's going to guard Simmons? They're going to be able to get to the hole anytime. I think it's going to be a super high-scoring game, but they play a lot more defense.
Yeah, no, they do.
You're not getting in on Embiid like you do on everyone else.
No, that's true.
So they're going to have to play the foul, get him in a foul trouble game.
Yeah.
But they have Dwight Howard there as well.
Oh, I forgot about Dwight.
Philly is set up to beat Brooklyn. I really do believe that.
Hey, listen, that would
out of any other team.
That would be exciting to do that, and then basically say, yeah, now what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this was your Monstars team that got taken out by a team of good players.
And speaking of Monstars, we are not going to talk about the new movie coming out. I refuse to even watch it.
Did you see the trailer?
I didn't watch it.
The trailer doesn't look horrible. But I didn't watch it with sound, so I got to watch it with sound.
Yeah.
I was like,
it'll be cool. Something. I'm old.
Yeah,
it'll never take the place of the original Space Jam ever.
It looks corny.
I mean, the original one was, but we were younger. We enjoyed that more.
But I still
and it was Michael Jordan with Bugs Bunny. Like you just can't.
Yeah, I still
two
enjoy
goats
it
of all time.
I still enjoy it.
Yeah. Let's see. Thanks for tuning in late, Brandon BRM. I picked the Zags. Josh picked Baylor. So there you have it right there. Right now, as the standings are in the Eastern Conference, Philly number 1, Brooklyn number 2, Milwaukee Bucks number 3, Atlanta Hawks number 4.
That's surprising.
Miami Heat number 5. They're tied with Atlanta. I think Miami's going to be the team to rise.
Hawks probably will fall.
The Hornets at number 6. They're staying in the playoff hunt,
The
folks.
Hornets, especially with the injuries.
We thought they were going to fall out. They didn't. But, yeah, Hayward's out now for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, Hayward's down now.
Man, so it's almost like might as well miss the playoffs, and now you have an excuse.
Keep loading.
But at the same time, Charlotte needs to start looking better.
Yeah.
Just for their own psyche, I think.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I think it'd be good. But at the same time, LaMelo Ball might come back if they get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So he might be back for that. New York, number 7. Boston, number 8. They're tied 25 and 25, both at 500.
Boston, that's terrible. That's horrible that they're that low.
A couple years ago, everyone's praising Brad Stevens, the best coach. He's a great coach. And I kept saying he's done nothing great in the NBA.
Yeah.
For you to call this man a great coach. He is a very good coach. Quit putting greatness out there on coaches like that.
Yeah.
He's never won a championship, hasn't been to the finals. Now this guy has a really good team, has 2 of the best young players right now in the league, and they're a 500 team, tied with the New York Knicks, below the Charlotte Hornets, below the Atlanta Hawks. They should at least be number 5. They should not have fallen below 5 all season.
They legit should be in the 2-3 range and shouldn't be any lower than that.
I would say 4 because you have Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and the Sixers. I don't think they're better than any of those teams. Even on paper, I don't think they're better.
No, they're not better on paper right now.
So I would place them at 4 and maybe 5. So I feel like Miami and Boston should be rotating that 4 and 5 all year.
They're around the same team, really.
They really are.
That's true. That's true.
But Miami beat them in the Eastern Conference Championship last year. So I do put Miami a little bit above them because of that. They should not be number 8.
No.
It should be number 8. The very disappointing season for Boston, which I like when Boston's good because I love to hate them, but I don't love to hate them when they're not playing good.
Yeah, because it's nothing to hate. It's like hating your little brother.
Because right now, it's Boston would play Philly right now in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't think Boston can beat Philly in the first round. So,
I'm really happy for the Knicks. I want them to keep rising.
I hope they make the playoffs. The Bulls, they made the big trade and got Vucevic.
Yeah,
from Orlando, and they've not looked great with him. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They've won one game, but they were 5-0, or 0-5 after that trade. So it's going to take some time, but I thought that was going to help propel them on this playoff chase, but it hasn't yet so far.
Yeah,
they are 4 games behind the 8th spot. So
okay.
I need to figure out how the playing game works because
what's the metric
exactly. I think we'll figure that out. So we'll talk about that more on Thursday and figure out all that, how that's going to work. All right, moving on. Western Conference real quick. Utah's number 1, Phoenix is number 2, Clippers are number 3, Denver's number 4, Lakers are half game behind at number 5, Portland at number 6, half game behind the Lakers. So, if Lakers keep struggling, they could easily fall to 6. Dallas is at number 7, 10.5 games back, and Memphis is number 8, tied with San Antonio, 13 games back behind Utah. So Lakers, I feel like they're safe in the 5 or 6 spot. I don't see them falling to 8.
How far? How many games?
So Dallas is 3 games ahead of behind the Lakers at number 7, and then Memphis is a lot more, 6 games.
It could happen.
It could. How much that would mean? Dallas is going on a crazy winning streak, and Lakers are just losing every single game.
Yeah,
even against bad teams like Sacramento, OKC. Let me pull up Lakers schedule right now. They got the Raptors tomorrow.
Okay, that's winnable.
Let's see. Raptors, another disappointing team. I mean, I know they've had a lot of struggles. They're playing in Tampa Bay, which hasn't been talked about a lot at all.
Yeah.
This year, which is surprising. They haven't been able to play in Toronto.
Yeah.
They don't even really have a home court. So, they're sleeping in hotels.
Yeah, they're living in hotels the whole season.
Which is one reason I thought Kyle Lowry did want to get traded. So they're at Toronto, a.k.a. Tampa Bay. Then Lakers are Thursday at Miami, at Brooklyn, at New York, at Charlotte versus Boston. They got a little bit of a gauntlet. Versus Utah, at Dallas. So they don't have any bad teams until April 26th.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. They got a stretch where somebody's got to bite down on their mouth guard. Then
they have a guaranteed winnable game April 28th against Washington.
I knew that. As soon as you said guaranteed winnable, I was like, they must be playing the Wizards.
Which Russell Westbrook's just tearing it up, and they look like a team that should be in the playoff hunt.
Bro,
and they're just
trash.
Not. Why?
We're trash. We don't rebound the basketball. Like, look, listen, anytime your guard, Russell Westbrook, has 20 rebounds, 15 rebounds, and then your bigs are getting 3 and 4, something isn't right.
Yeah.
It's like we shouldn't be putting that on him. That shouldn't be his job. That should not be his role to have to do that. Now, he does that anyway because that's who he is and that's who he's been for the last 5-6 years. But to put him in that position where he has to do that every game is not a way to win. That's not a formula for success. And then defense. I know that the trade with Chicago should have gotten us better defensively. That new guy has been playing well. But
who'd you get?
I don't remember his name now. I haven't been watching. It's been trash. It's horrible. It's horrible to watch. It's horrible basketball.
I see Troy Brown
Has he been playing well?
No, he's been posting up a lot on Instagram.
I
in
saw
his new Chicago gear.
and I commented on one of his posts, and I was telling him I hope that the move is the move that kickstarts him and gives him the opportunity to have a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All you're looking for really is just a chance.
And he's only 21, so I mean I think he definitely,
Yeah.
He has played 4 games for Chicago, 6 points a game.
In those 4 games, or just his season average?
In those 4 games.
See, he's got
in 18 minutes a game. So, we'll see.
Okay, getting some more time though.
Yeah, getting a little more time.
He's
He was getting
minutes.
13 in Washington.
Yeah.
Getting 18 in
He was getting
Chicago.
the nups in Washington. He was getting DMPs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he's getting an opportunity to play, then you got to show and prove.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. Shout out to Troy Brown. Vegas' finest.
Vegas' finest. All right. And then so we'll talk about more UFC on Thursday. I don't know. My mom sent me something about golf.
Oh, the Masters. It's Masters week.
I don't know what this is.
It's Masters week with no Tiger. Just doesn't feel right.
Junior golf offers, breeds new friendship. Yeah, I don't know what that is, so we'll watch it later.
Come on, Mom.
She sent me something about golf.
What's going on? Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's the Masters this week. That's another Masters minute.
Will Tiger win? Oh.
No.
Is he walking yet?
I don't know. That I don't know.
They kept that quiet. It's like if he would have died, it would have been everywhere. But isn't that sad? When people live, you don't.
Shoot, it was everywhere for a week.
That's it. But you never hear the recovery.
It's all you need.
Like you'll hear kidnapping, but then you never hear did they get rescued or not?
They got recovered.
Car accident. They're in critical condition. They never give you the update on. Oh, they're fine now. They're eating breakfast
they
right
didn't
now.
Yeah.
DMX, he overdosed this weekend and he's in critical. They're saying he's brain dead.
DMX
maybe
is my guy. Like that. That one hurts. That one hurts.
But I've seen people that don't really, why pray for these people once they get to this point? We've known DMX to struggle with drugs forever.
Yeah.
It's been obvious. He talks about it in his music. He talks about it in interviews.
Yeah.
Pray for these people and do stuff for these people while they're still alive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's cool you guys throwing flowers all over them when they're, on their deathbed. But pray for them before they get to that point. And pray for your people that are around you that need that same help. Don't just, Anyways.
Demi Lovato, her little YouTube document. Well, remember, she almost died a year ago. Well, 2 years ago now. And 3 years ago now. Jesus. But she's had a YouTube docuseries. It's been kind of rolling out every week.
Okay, I haven't been watching that.
Bro, she was on meth, crack, like everything, and it's like wow,
so crazy.
Wow, so
she's doing better now. I know she dealt with addiction. And, And when you hear that from somebody that famous, that popular, a beautiful girl, and she's
body image,
meth, like usually the Hollywood people, the actors, the singers, they'll be coked out.
Cocaine, a little bit of cocaine.
They'll be coked out, but like meth.
She was on meth,
crack.
heroin. She was smoking heroin. Like she was like that joint had her soul.
It's crazy.
Seriously. So don't say no. Say no when you can.
Just say no, dare. I'm wearing my dare shirt. No, I'm not. You really look.
It was red. I was like, is that a
it's
dare
the same
shirt?
colors as dare.
Dare shirt back there?
Man. All right, that is our show. We'll talk a lot of UFC on Wednesday, and we'll try to get a fighter in here or on Skype or Herb Dean. What's up with Herb Dean, man? We've been teasing about Herb Dean forever. We're calling him today. We're calling him on speaker right now. But
on air?
Oh no, not on air.
Hey Herb, you're on live.
Rachel Nichols does not look like that promo
at all.
But we will be back on Thursday, 2 p.m. West Coast time, and we'll try to bring an interview in. So make sure you check that out. Who's going to win, me or Josh, as far as the championship prediction?
I'm taking me.
I'm taking me. Gonzaga by 10. Tune in tonight. Make sure you check it out. We're out.